For me, the most important part about finding out about my illness was about 12 years ago, uh, to actually know that I had an illness. That's the first step in the healing process for me, that, oh, there's depression, what's that? And finding out that you have anxiety, you know, to finally find out what it is that is happening to you is the most important step. And then the healing process starts from there. It's a long process, but it starts from there. And North River helped a lot in that process. My illness, I've had anxiety attacks. I didn't know what that was when it first started. I'd go to the hospital thinking I'm, emergency room, thinking I'm having a heart attack. Turns out that, somebody finally suggested North River to me, and I'm like, whatever it takes, I gotta find out what's going on here. This isn't cool. I don't want to deal with it. Discovering what's wrong with you is the cure. Mm-hmm. Discovering what you can do about it, and that's what North River does. You can't find it in an emergency room. And so, I don't know, emergency room visit after another one, thinking you're having a heart attack. It's a strange illness, but it's a cognitive one, and that's what North River has helped me with.
Because back in 1995, when I started in North River, I was so it was like me starting getting the power again. Especially about that time, it was kind of difficult for me because I was so unable to talk even in my own language, Spanish. So thanks God that there was two Spanish therapists there that helped me in the beginning. So, but I haven't think about not being there.
Yeah, not possible.
Impossible for me.
Mental illness is an illness, and it entails so much suffering. What are we going to do? Just let all the mentally ill people keep suffering and get worse and worse and worse? And North River is, one small part of it, but in all the other mental health services in Chicago. But don't we all wish health and happiness for all of our friends and family? And if North River is gone, what's going to happen with the health and happiness?
These are people. This is very important. These are human beings, and these are people that could give so much back to society, and they do. But why make it so hard? Why not help them right in the beginning we treat the mentally ill like, just put up a wall and that they'll go away. And that's like North River Mental Health Center. I didn't even know about it. It was right in our community. But when I was in the support group, one of the ladies told me about it. She said, "Did you know there's a mental health center in your area?" I said, "No." So that's when I started going there.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite a traumatic thing. I guess it's denial. I just thought it was not a passing thing. She'll get over it. And when the social worker thing said it's a lifetime thing, I said, well, yeah, that's just what you think. When mental illness does strike, it just traumatizes the person involved, of course, but also the family members, whoever's involved. They need help, like right now. Don't know where to turn, and that's where the North River can come in so handy, so helpful.
Our prisons are full of persons with mental illness. We're the largest psychiatric hospital, our Cook County Jail here in Chicago. I think our city is so beautiful, so rich. We have beautiful parks. Why aren't we spending more money on the mentally ill?
Funding cuts are unacceptable. Concerned citizens and consumers at the North River Mental Health Center are ready to fight back. In November 2004, citizens of the North River community were asked in a non-binding referendum if they were willing to increase their own property taxes $4 per $1,000 in taxes. This increase would be used exclusively to increase the services at the North River Mental Health Center. In 2004, after only 3 weeks of canvassing and educating the public in the North River service area, an area of about 650 blocks, a majority of the citizens voted in favor of the referendum. The Chicago Coalition to Save Our Mental Health Centers spent the year of 2005 canvassing the area, asking residents if they would like the opportunity to vote on this issue again, this time in a binding referendum. An incredible 69% signed petitions to their local aldermen advocating for their right to vote for additional mental health services. Currently, a proposed ordinance called the Chicago Expanded Mental Health Services Act is being discussed and analyzed by legislators. With the anticipated passage of this ordinance by the City Council, area residents will be given an opportunity to vote for the binding referendum which will increase mental health services in their area. Success from this referendum will set forth waves of promises, not only for the remaining centers in the city of Chicago, but for the entire network of mental health centers throughout the United States of America.
To ensure success with this referendum and a lasting legacy in mental health care, the community of the North River Mental Health Center needs your help. The Coalition to Save Our Mental Health Centers is currently accepting contributions as they advocate for North River and promote this current campaign. When the elections roll around, we will need your assistance in sharing information and generating discussion about the referendum to your neighbors. Donation envelopes and volunteer registration cards are available right now. You can also participate in this campaign by sending letters to your local politicians and by simply talking to your neighbors, your friends, and your family to further discussion surrounding these current problems. I came as a man cut off, incapacitated, and yet North River restored me to a level of functioning I had not enjoyed in the span of 2 decades. Not only do I give North River my full endorsement, I can recommend it as a place that can make the impossible possible. For North River taught me to believe in myself. North River brought me back. Shouldn't the same promise be available to everyone?